thing for me. A whole new thing. Um, but yeah, I titled this one "The Dumbest We've Ever Been." I will never be the type of dude that claims to be the smartest in the room or the toughest in the room or the richest in the room. I might say I got the most or I have the most energy in the room, right? Like I might say I have um I think that's all I'd say. Maybe just the most energy in the room. I appreciate you. I gotta stop saying that. I appreciate you too. But people are way too emotional now. Like people are using emotions to are allowing their emotions to literally change their own morals, their own beliefs. Like, and I'll explain it like this way. I'm trying to avoid getting into anything political on this app because you already know what it is. But the Venezuela shit, right? Like, if you don't know what's going on, you can't just immediately just say, "Oh, I'm against this because this man did it," right? Like what I'm trying to say is so many people hate the orange guy so much that they're just like, "Oh, he went to Venezuela, he did this. It's a bad thing. He shouldn't have done it. Oh my God, what a terrible president. He captured this guy. It's illegal. This is gonna happen." Like, if you don't know anything that's going on there, it is literally okay to just kind of sit it out and just watch people debate it out. Not everybody has to include themselves or involve themselves. I know for a fact my kid's mother, um, her father, right? Her father's 100% Venezuelan, so my kids got it in them. But I know some Venezuelans, right? And I know some people that went through some wild shit that me sitting here as an American, right, that lives in America, some of the things I hear like is just like, yo, there's no way that happened. Like it's impossible. That could have never happened, right? So I've heard some terrible things that make no sense that you wouldn't even think are legal. The dude seems to be like a pretty bad dude. I ain't mad at what happened. I don't know everything. I won't pretend to know everything. But I don't think people should be so upset that the orange man went and captured, the Venezuelan president. I don't want to say no names on here. YouTube is very they very much dislike anything political to be spread on the platform, but I'm gonna pop my shit anyways, right? But I don't think, like, sometimes, bro, you can't just be the type of individual that because you dislike somebody, you dislike every decision they make. You know what I mean? Like, you like watching football, but you find out that your worst enemy is a football player. You can't just automatically decide, well, you know what, today I hate football. I hate the shit so much, I'm never watching it again. You know what I mean? Um, but that's what we do as people. It's like if we hate somebody, whatever they believe in, we don't believe in anymore. You know? We're the dumbest we've ever been. We think so much more with emotion than we do with logic right now. You got to really understand what I'm saying because it's true. We think so much more with emotion now than we do with logic. Nobody uses logic anymore. And it's one of the more like disheartening things, like that we are in a space where we just refuse to be logical for whatever reason. I've been kind of chilling. I haven't been on here a lot, right? There's a lot going on with the kiddos. I got like 2 weeks left or 3 weeks left, and I'm gonna have another baby. So that's interesting. I'm about to head out to Philly to do some interviews. I've been doing the interviews, grinding, making sure that the business is right, because I expect 2026 to be a pretty ridiculously dope year. Like, I think that 2026 is by far gonna be the dopest year for the Danza Project, and I don't even think it's gonna be fucking close. I don't. Shout out to Buffalo, New York. But yeah, I do not think this shit is gonna be close. I think that 2026 is gonna be the best year we have. I'm gonna be traveling a lot more, but I got a lot more on my plate. Anybody out there that's a parent knows, like, having one child is a lot of work. Having two is a lot. I'm about to have three. Their ages are gonna be 4, 2, and a newborn. I'm gonna be running around the house. You know what I mean? I'm the daddy that cleans diapers. I'm the daddy that I crawl around on the floor and play. I'm the daddy that is gonna play some music and I'm gonna start dancing with my kids. So I'm giving my children this time of mine. So I'm not, sometimes in life, I tell people all the time, like, sometimes you have to apply pressure somewhere and let your foot off the gas somewhere else. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like you let it go all the way, but you ain't pressing that gas down as much over here, so you could press it over here now. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna go crazy this year. But it's gonna be tough too. It's gonna be tough with that new little baby running around. Absolutely. Always proud to be a Venezuelan. Salute. It's fun. This entire process is fun. I will never deny that. To be able to meet some of the people that I never know I was going to be interviewing these people or sitting in the same room as these people. I thought, I still feel, I'm moving away from it, but I still feel imposter syndrome when I'm sitting in the room with some of these people. Like, I'm a confident dude, but sometimes I'm sitting in the room with people and I'm like, damn, do I belong here? Like, I'm interviewing that Gary Owen interview, or Lou Young, or Pat Poos, or Patrick Bet David. You know what I'm saying? Like, or anybody. The fact that I could sit in the room and have these conversations with these people, sometimes I'm still in awe of it. But I definitely feel like I found my space in the industry. That I'm not somebody that came into this industry being a rapper of the year at some point or being famous for anything else. I'm just somebody that decided to start interviewing people, and people started fucking with me, and I kept interviewing people, and I ain't give a fuck what nobody else said, and I just did what the fuck I wanted to do. And then I sat there and I made moves to make sure I get the dopest interviews. I made sure that I stayed myself the entire way, and no matter how people feel about me, just continuously performing, keeping it authentic, and just being completely vulnerable in front of that camera too, because, like, I'm me in front of that camera 24/7. Sometimes I've been up there a bunch of times and I got bent and I said some crazy shit, so it is what it is. Let me see, I feel you, bro. That Max B interview, boys, that was epic. That Max B interview was so dope. That's another one. You know what I mean? You could go down the list of all the motherfucking interviews. Damn near 90% of them. I'm still like, damn, that's dope. I'm gonna be able to interview this person. Some of the shit that we got coming up. A song that's currently stuck in your head. Take me through there. Take me through there. That's one of them. But yeah, some call it the right way, some call it the wrong way. I could definitely be in a position that I could be a lot further doing the clout clickbait shit. And it's not to say that we didn't do any of it, because we definitely had some we had the Island Boys up there, we had Charleston White up there, we had Orlando Brown up there, we've had Kelsey up there in the middle of that trial. We've had a lot of clickbait type interviews for sure, some more clout based type interviews, you know what I'm saying? It's not like we're perfect, but some people would believe that that is the winning formula to continue doing those, because that's when you're going to get the real money. That's when the money's going to come pouring in. You know what I mean? So like, that's the way that some people view it. So it's the right way. It's subjective, because it could be for anybody. Who was one person the vibe was off and the energy wasn't right off the rip? Again, that was really sheesh. It was Orlando Brown. The Jim Jones interview. The Jim Jones interview, it wasn't a good vibe. And it ain't even no like knock to Jim Jones, right? But he was on his own. He was in his own world. He was up for like 3-4 days straight. We were supposed to get the interview for a couple days. He was running back and forth doing shit. You could tell like the vibe just, it wasn't there off rip. I didn't like the way that felt. Spaced Out Podcast was goody. Aaron, I appreciate you. And I don't care about the criticism. People aren't going to like me. People are going to like me. But a lot of people aren't going to like me. I don't give a fuck about them. You know what I'm saying? I don't hate them. I don't got any like ill will towards them or anything like that. I just, as any human being out there, we can't be, you can't be the type of individual that allows negativity to like really infiltrate your mind. You can't really think about it that much. You got to focus on the shit that you got to focus on. You can't, if you listen to every comment that somebody had to say about you in a negative way, you will never get to where you got to get to. Not everybody is supposed to like you. Not everybody's going to like your music. Not everybody's going to like the way you dress. You know what I'm saying? I say this saying to people all the time. How many artists do you listen to on a day-to-day basis that you sit there and you're like, who the fuck likes this shit? But that motherfucker has a bigger fan base than you do. So you're not supposed to like everyone. Everyone's not supposed to like you. That's cool. Can't get that upset about it. Got to move forward. So fuck criticism. Yeah, I would say this about our podcast. I try to show everybody that sits in that seat in front of me the real me, and I try to show them respect. I don't like I don't bring people into my home to have a verbal back and forth with in a negative way. Like I don't want to sit and talk to somebody that I don't feel good about in front of me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to have like a real conversation. Like, bro, you know how many times I've done interviews where I don't know much about that individual at all? Just kind of like what I've seen in the last week or two about this person. And I'm like, I want to sit down, I want to talk with this person, and I want to meet them in front of the camera that y'all can see the same shit. So you're meeting them the same way I'm meeting them. You know what I mean? Because we don't know these people. You don't know these people. We don't know these people. I'm giving them an opportunity to really be themselves without all the extra shit. That's what I'm really looking to do. Like, this is who this person truly is. When you watch the Danza Project, you are seeing who this artist truly is outside of the, hey, you know what I mean? What about this and what about that? Like, it's just like, yo, who are you? What's going on? What the fuck is going on right here? Who the fuck are you? You know? That's what I want to know. I appreciate the gift. I forgot we could send gifts to each other. Let me get some money. Let me get some money. Somebody said, is it that they don't like you or you're a snake? Which one is it? I don't have real life people that dislike me, just people on the internet, right? Like, and I say that because I don't have no snake stories about me, just fake stories. You know, like the stories that you hear on the internet are fake stories, but they're fake stories for a reason. In this industry, in like the hip hop type shit, right? Which I try to not tie myself to because I want to just be an interviewer. I'm not just a hip hop interviewer. I'm gonna interview entertainers in every aspect, fucking, or entrepreneurs, or a singer, or a rapper, or an actor, or an actress, or a comedian, or your credit repair guy, or whatever the hell it is, right? So I don't want to put myself in a box because in the hip hop box, for whatever reason, a lot of people, like, if they feel like something's not going right and they want to terminate a working relationship, there's a thing that what they try to do is they try to create a narrative of why they slipped out because it's better to do that. You know what I mean? So that's a real thing. You see it everywhere, right? There's always some sort of a storyline to everybody that just doesn't fuck with each other for one way or another. There's a deep storyline or a funny storyline or something that creates clicks. If and if you want to do interviews all the time, which is why I gotten away from it, but if you want to do interviews all the time that are there to generate clicks, you got to understand the reason why the clicks are coming in is because these individuals genuinely know how to get you to click every time. So they know how to create a narrative around everything. That's cool. It's also good for you. You know what I mean? So like when that shit is going on, it is what it is. It just generates more views. I want for the people that are coming to my platform to know one thing, like, it's always gonna be authentic. That's it. It's always gonna be fucking authentic. It's gonna be a real conversation. Some days I'm not gonna be feeling it as much as others. That's perfectly normal. It's authentic. Like this 2026 run is gonna be crazy because I'm legitimately about to have a newborn at home with two crazy ass babies. Like it's gonna be hectic. So some days I might go and do the interview, and I just got done cleaning the shitty diaper. I'm gonna run in, you know, I'm gonna still have that shitty diaper smell, and I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna fucking do that goddamn interview. So you might see it a little bit differently, you know what I mean? But it's just gonna be me. Sometimes in this game, there's gonna be things that. There's going to be interviews I do that I ain't fucking with that y'all fuck with. Sometimes there's going to be interviews that y'all don't fuck with that I thought I thought this shit was super dope. You know how many times I sat down and I did interviews with somebody and I'm like, yo, this shit is about to be stupid crazy. And then I drop it and that shit don't get no movement at all. You know? None. Yeah, man, that's me. I got 3 kids in 4 years. Because my son turns 4 April 15th. And my daughter's about to be here in like the next week or two. So yeah, it's kind of wild. Like I'm cool with it. I love it. I swear to God, I love being a dad more than anything I've ever loved in this life. And that's not saying much because as a father, that is what we should love. But I mean it like to the bottom of my heart. Like I'm obsessed with being a dad. That shit is so cool. Your favorite song to sing along to? I feel like this is like the last question. Nah, because the last question said, what was the your favorite song right now? Or the song that you can't get out of your head? This one is favorite song to sing along to. Yo, bitch, call me Myron. Pull up. When I pop out, I got that shit on. I'm getting money now. Yeah, that Myron Part 5. I'm about to listen to that shit right now. But nah, there's probably a bunch of tracks. I'm the type of artist or type of person that when I listen to an artist, I just might tap into their old shit, like their 2005 album, and I'll be stuck on that for like a week or two. Right now, I'm stuck on one of the first Lil Baby albums. I'm just listening to that. Yo, by the way, I hate saying this because it does sound crazy. We've been doing our thing for some time now. I hate saying this. I hate that I have to say this. But I gotta say it. And I'm authentic. So when y'all are on here fucking with me, because I ain't been going live that much, but do me a favor and just double tap and like this shit. Please. For the love of God, just hit the like button. I ain't asking for much. Just double tap the screen and hit the like button if you're fucking with me. If you don't fuck with me, you don't fuck with me. I guess it's cool. But it does, all that shit benefits what I'm doing. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna start doing the IRL streaming, but all of those motherfucking like buttons that we get, that shit helps. The comments help, the shares help. All that shit genuinely fucking helps. Like nobody's bullshitting when they say that. I would hate to be the guy that starts off one of the interviews and be like, yo, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Do it now. The next 5 seconds, whatever the fuck they do, right? I don't know how they do it, but I know they do it. I would hate to be that guy. We had some opportunities to do some readouts, some sponsorships and shit like that. And it's some shit that I know I would look so fake doing that I can't do it. You know what I mean? It was money on the line and I was like, I can't do that shit. Hey guys, you watching? Do me a favor. Open up this app right now. Put my name in there and here's my favorite game. This game is the best game. You want to know why? It's ad-free. Like if I had to do some shit like that, I would watch that interview one day and I would be so disappointed in myself. Like that's me. That's Danza. Why? Why did I do that? I don't want to do that. You know? We don't fuck with you. You came all the way over here to tell me that. I'm so glad I just spoke about you before you signed in because we don't care. But I appreciate you joining the chat. You know what I'm saying? Congratulations. I'm so happy for you. Where the hoes at, dog? They are all over the place, man. What is this channel about? On this channel, we interview dope-ass people and get to see the real side of them. That's what this channel is about. I need those lights. These Maybach lights are dope as a bitch. Dope as a bitch. But why do we, nah, I ain't gonna focus on the negativity too long. But that's how I expect everybody to do the shit. You know? When somebody's hating on you, who gives a fuck? It's good money. Good money. Yo, why I just talked to my boy a couple minutes ago, and I was talking to him about oh word. The Dave Chappelle stand-up, right? And he told me that he didn't know the shit was out. How many people don't know about the Dave Chappelle stand-up, because that shit is dope. Dave Chappelle is super dope because you could listen to him and laugh, but learn at the same time. You know what I mean? Or at least just get to sit there and be entertained by his perspective, because his perspective is like fully in depth. Shit is fire. You know, yeah, it's on Netflix. See, the people really didn't know. That shit is so fucking dope. That shit is so fucking dope. I appreciate you, Mama K. What's good, Chuck Norris? Getting back in the gym too. I've been lazy as hell in the gym. Yep, that's exactly why I love Dave Chappelle, bro. You're really gonna sit back, you're gonna think like a motherfucker. What's goody, what's goody? And that's what that shit is about. Like, I want to watch something and be motivated. Dave Chappelle, you'll watch a fucking comedy of Dave Chappelle, somehow walk out that shit motivated. Dave Chappelle's ill as fuck, bro. Ill as fuck. I'm a huge Eddie Murphy fan. It's a good debate. But in my life, Dave Chappelle has done more. The Maybach monthly payment does not feel great. I feel like I'm just throwing money away. I'm not gonna lie. I said this shit before. It's a dope whip, though. Like, it's a really, really dope whip.
Hello, Danza.
I think I just went to Tampa to my sister's wedding on New Year's Eve, right? And I think the ride back home, I had stopped in the Everglades, and it was just some dope ass little spot, and I parked my whip over there, and the shit was so fire. Like, I fell in love with my whip that day. I'm like, yo, this shit is fire, bro. Like, I was with my nephew. I'm like, bro, this shit is heat. This is a dope ass fucking whip. You know, when we're going through life, sometimes we just don't even appreciate. Like, I don't feel much differently from when I had a hatchback Nissan Altima to this Maybach most days. You know what I mean? Like, I don't feel like, I don't know, I feel like I got a vehicle that's expensive as fuck, you know? But back when I had that Nissan hatchback, I still feel like I had a fucking vehicle that was expensive as fuck. You know what I mean? It's just different eras of life. So, I don't know. What is that? Haunted in their value Jet 611 crash? What's going on over there? Yeah, I appreciate that. It's definitely dope. But are we ever happy with any of that? I don't think we are. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's tough.